Hi, today is Friday 13th, so I guess it's time to talk about the unlucky number 13. There are a few reasons why number 13 is considered unlucky, and we are going to start with ancient numerology. In many ancient cultures, numbers held symbolic meaning, and some of them were considered more unlucky than others. The fear of 13 may have its origins in belief that it was an irregular number compared to the perfect number 12. Number 12 was associated with completeness. There was 12 months and 12 zodiac signs, while 13 was an additional number, the irregular one. The reason why 13 is unlucky can be also found in the Bible. There was 12 apostles and Jesus during the Last Supper. So there were 13 people, and Judas, who betrayed Jesus, was the last person to sit at the table, so he was the 13th. We all know what happened after that event. Jesus was betrayed and he was crucified. The association with betrayal and subsequent death of Jesus contributed to the fear of 13. In Norse mythology, there is a story about a banquet in Valhalla attended by 12 gods. Loki wasn't invited, but he crashed the party and he became the 13th guest. There was a chaos, as it usually is when Loki is involved. The chaos led to the death of beloved god Balder, and it reinforced the idea of the 13 being the unlucky number. The number 13 created other problems. A year with 13 full moons posed problems for the monks responsible for the calendar. This was considered a very unfortunate circumstance, and it upset the regular arrangements of church festivals. For this reason, once again, 13 come to be considered an unlucky number. Although typical century has 37 years with 13 full moons compared to 63 years with 12 full moons. So typically every third or fourth year has 13 full moons. In ancient cultures, 13 represented femininity because it corresponded with 13 menstrual cycles around the year. Like we all have regular periods, right? But anyway, 13 times 28 equals 364. The theory is that when the lunar calendar lost to the solar, the 13 became unlucky. There is also a myth that the first reference to 13 being bad or unlucky is in Babylonian Code of Hammurabi, where the 13 law is said to be omitted. In fact, the original Code of Hammurabi has no numeration. The translation by L.W. King, edited by Richard Hooker, omitted one article. Wanna know what this article said? Okay, let me tell you. If the seller have gone to fate, which means the seller died, the purchaser shall recover damages in said case fivefold from the estate of the seller. While the story about an omitted article is kinda interesting, other translations of the Code of Hammurabi include all articles. In folklore, the number 13 is considered unlucky because it's often associated with misfortune, accidents, or even death. The fear of number 13 has its own name. It's called triskaidekaphobia. Some cultures have adopted an avoidance behavior related to the number 13. In some buildings, especially in hotels, there is no 13th floor or 13th room. Many companies or manufacturers use another way of numbering or labeling in order to avoid this number. It's also considered unlucky to have 13 guests at the table. The connection between the Mayan calendar and the apocalypse increased the fear of 13. It was feared that the end of the 13th Baktun in the Mayan calendar would herald the end of the world. People were relieved because in 2012 the world didn't end, so maybe 13 isn't that unlucky after all. There is no scientific evidence to support the connection between 13 and bad luck, but as you know, many people still prefer to avoid the number 13. But if it makes them feel better, let it be. Thank you for joining me here. I hope you have a very lucky October 13th. If you like this story, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Have a nice day. Bye!